thing. It's all good. Okay. So, ow. Enough of that. Okay. The last thing that you guys, that happened to you fun fellows, was that you massacred a troll, seemingly in his own digs, and you stole his massive satchel, which turned out to be an interdimensional portal, so to speak, a means by which to access interdimensional space for the purpose, one might say, of holding things. And a vendor had summarily caused it to fountain out monies, little bits of gold coin all over the floor, and then he had also succeeded in pulling out a full-sized man who had lightly coughed as he sort of began to resuscitate now that he was outside of the bag.
That cough was very important.
Got the plague.
The bag had syphilis. I don't know.
Oh, the bag had syphilis.
Okay.
Twist.
Ben, I
Item
do not
transmitted.
have yet an avatar for your character. Did you have a picture that you wanted me to use, or do you just want me to grab something?
You have one the first session? Or...
Don't think so. I will. I'm rooting through my stuff. I don't see anything. But we also didn't use them the first session, so.
Oh, that's probably why then. I'll find one. Hold on a second.
Okay.
We can move on.
Yeah, whenever you do, just so you're aware, you're in the room with everybody else.
All right.
I'm just invisible.
Quick question or reminder. I know you said you changed the times for what short and long rest was for us. What were they again?
Yeah. I mean, if you want to take like a short rest, I won't cost you more than like 15 minutes.
Okay. And how long are long rests?
The long rest is still like a sleep, like just. But it's the difference between like taking,
right,
an actual long rest.
Well, I'm going to take a short rest so I can use arcane recovery.
Oh, is anybody hurt? I can heal you guys.
I'm actually. I think I'm all better now that I've been.
Yeah, you took care of that last week for us.
Twice in the head.
Yeah, I didn't sap any of your spells, Ben, but I summarily had Birdperson heal him. So you still have what you got. I'm not going to take that from you, but
okay.
Basically,
well, thanks, because I have nothing.
Good.
You know how they give like minimum like lower bounds on the number of spells you can prepare and know and all that stuff?
Yeah.
This character is why they do that.
So, yeah, guy on the floor, coughing back to life, so to speak.
Can I like
blood-soaked halfling?
Halfling's probably fine. Can I check on him?
Yeah.
Coughing guy.
Yeah.
Pat him on the back or something.
You want to roll a medicine check?
Do I want to? Not really, but I will.
I mean, you don't have to. I'll give you the information you get with that one.
I will assist him.
It'll probably be the same information.
I can assist him with that medical check.
Sure. So, if a vendor is assisting, I'm going to have a vendor roll first.
Yeah, let's do it that way.
Okay. Well.
No. I just need to know the result of his roll, and I'll. Okay, good. So you roll with advantage now. Birdperson.
Oh, okay. Is there a button I can click for advantage? Did nothing happen? I feel like I just clicked the button and nothing happened. Oh,
If you
oh, with advantage. Look at that. Fanciness. Here we go.
So you find out that he is, I mean, there's a certain amount of trauma that has gone on. The same kind of trauma.
Really?
And it actually looks like he's not severely wounded. He has some lacerations on his legs, which you note are barely like starting to clot. There's a lot of mud coating his legs. Specifically, his skin and the clothing exterior to him is cold, the same way it might be if he was out during a night when the temperature was exceedingly low. Although even in here, it's just cool. Like he feels clammy cold.
Oh, I put him next to the fire then.
The bonfire that was the troll.
I mean, I can move it
Wait,
if
did you
if that would be more
It
helpful.
smells terrible, by the way. Like the whole room smells of like burning hair and flesh, and it's a pungent odor that is difficult to keep the gall down. But yeah, you determine that the man who is as of yet unconscious does not appear to have any grievous wounds, other than those which look like the goblin blade wounds from the caravan attack
Has
about his
general
legs.
wounds. No.
Yeah, and like I said, the wounds look like they're still just clotting. Like they're not like days later. It looks like he's fresh. It looks as though he was still on the night when he disappeared.
So, out of character, I'm going to guess that means that it's like him as though he was when bag. In character, I don't think I could figure that out.
Out of character, you're right.
Okay. Is the bag like out where I can like look in it? I want to see if it's snowing in there.
It is a vast, scrappy, clothen thing that is flopped over the room. I have no idea what a vendor did with it after he pulled the guy out.
Probably put it down somewhere.
Okay, so yeah, it's still
It's
stretched
on
out.
the ground.
It does not appear to be snowing on the inside. In fact, it appears to just be a bag.
Huh.
Probably just a pocket dimension where time is not an issue.
We have a blanket.
We have the giant sack.
Okay,
Is
I'm
there
gonna
a blanket in the sack?
There were lots of blankets in a chest downstairs.
The same chest with
true.
the inverted gravity.
I took some of those blankets. Or
Can I
one of
have one?
them.
Can I
He
have one
has
to put
one.
over the guy? He looks cold.
All right, Joel.
Yes.
I'm about to pour my tea, so you might not like this.
But everyone else will.
And
Thank you. I appreciate it.
So, so uh, Darkesh, do you give Birdperson the blanket?
Sure.
Okay. So you have blanketed the man who a vendor was attempting to stuff into the tauntaun. I'm at the control body. The burning troll body. Are you just still focusing on bonfire? Like the whole time you're just like, I'm just going to keep that cooking until it's nothing.
Until I'm significantly convinced that it's not going to regenerate and come back.
The
Okay.
blanket gets a little close to the fire when I put it over it.
Oh no.
I mean, really, if it's at this point where I think that we could just pick up the body and throw it out the window, I'm totally cool with that.
Yeah, at this point he's dead. He dead. Faux show.
Yeah, no, I only kept it going like a couple minutes afterwards to make sure that he wasn't like, oh, I'm dead, now turn off the fire. Wait for it, wait for it, wait for it. Neck snap!
Yeah, he is a crispy critter beyond salvation of man, at least those in the mortal realm. So you've got your guy with the blanket a little bit too close to the fire. And the gold pieces that have been scattered across the floor. There are the small gems that he had initially that are scattered over in his corner, along with the bones and the skins that have made up his little nesting area. There is the large sparky orb that I had described previously, still lodged in the wall in the stairwell where he lobbed it at you.
Oh yeah, that thing. I'm gonna go look at that thing.
Okay. It is currently like halfway into the wall, like solidly stuck.
What kind of
Otherwise,
what kind of check can
the
I do
surface
to get
of it-
more information about this?
it would be Arcana.
Ah, surprisingly, I am trained in Arcana. Average.
So it looks like a magical device that you have seen before. It is a fairly common one, and in fact, as far as you know, all of these wizard towers are equipped with them. They are farsight orbs.
Ooh.
Essentially, they have a scrying spell locked to them.
Guys, I found a Palantir.
Yeah, and they can in fact be used for two-way communication between one another.
Barbarian. And I begin.
But they can see anything. Like if you cast a small ritual about them, they can give you sight into like the environs around them. They don't have unlimited sight, but they can see for something like several miles
All right,
around.
I want to pull it out of the wall and put it back on its pedestal.
Give me a strength check.
Okay.
If you have athletics, you can add that on.
I do not have athletics.
One of the few skills you don't have.
Oh, no, let's save. I don't want to do that. All right, I'm just going to roll athletics because that'll be easier. It's the same number.
Okay. So you attempt to wedge the... Are you just using your hand?
My plan was to put the end of my staff in and use it as a lever.
Cool. That is the better way to do things. So you attempt to cantilever the giant marble out of the wall. And you're wedging, and your staff bends ever so slightly, and there's a brief grinding sound, and kind of like a sucking noise, and a pop, and the marble comes loose. You are at the top of a stairway, and it is very heavy. And with all of your weight on the lever, and I I assume that there's no one else around because there was no description of that. So the marble comes loose, funks to the ground, and begins to roll towards the
Oh,
stairs.
I didn't know we were on top of. I forgot it was on top of a staircase. My bad.
Yes, it's in the stairwell.
Oh, okay.
That's where you were. When
Yeah,
you
no,
were
I forgot it because that was last week. So
Sure.
that
It is rolling ever so slowly.
well, try to stop it from rolling.
All right.
And
so,
I call for
I
help.
don't know.
All right. Am I close enough to help? Because if so, I'll try to catch it.
If you move really fast, you get to the stairwell and you see the wizard who has
Help me!
dropped his staff and is now like bent over in an unnatural position, chasing a large black marble as it rolls towards the stairs.
All right.
We're
Try
talking like a
to
bowling ball or bigger.
leap forward and catch it. Try to give him a hand.
Okay. Just because this is really amusing to me. So the halfling leaps forward and basically envelops the ball.
Oh, great.
So make me an acrobatics check
Okay.
for Hallie.
Oh shoot.
Flawless. So have you ever seen a cat hit a toy and then just keep rolling with it?
Yeah.
Yup.
Uh,
The halfling tries to help. But Hallie, you grab the orb and you like your momentum and exuberance takes you down the stairs, and she disappears in a clatter of thud, 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 thud. As she tumbles downward. Hallie, noticeably, as you cascade by the next floor down, you see just for like half a moment, backlit by the crazy magic stuff that was contained on that floor. In the distance, you see just like the silhouette of this tiny little face, real near the ground, with these gigantic eyeballs, that is just looking at you as you go by, and it for all the world, it looks really sad to you. And you just keep going. Thump, 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 thump. And you manage to stop yourself, oh heavens, with a 3.
You hit the floor.
do I
You
just go
grind
all
to
the
a
way down
halt.
the stairs?
Yeah, you grind to a halt at the bottom floor, and you feel awful.
Oh. I'm sure I do. Oh.
Everything is sore. The world hurts. The giant marble appears to be no worse for wear, and it rolls off into the main room.
Oh, I had down the stairs after her.
Okie doke. You still have your spotlight, your staff light.
Oh yeah.
As you were passing the second floor, you also see a tiny little face. Only it's looking more up at you than like directly at you. And you see is a tiny little lizard, like a itty little chameleon, just looking up at you with his little eyeballs, of him angled upwards as far as they can go, and he's got what appears for all the world to be the saddest expression on his face as you go by. And you reach the bottom of the stairs, assuming that you keep moving. You reach the bottom of the stairs, and you find the halfling spread eagle on the floor. groaning slightly, and the large black marble that was the object of your uh, affections is rolled into the center of the room.
Okay. I walk over and I pick it up.
Okie doke. It is heavy.
I'm pretty strong.
Oh
You are.
shit!
I just want you. I want you to be aware. It's like 25 to 30 pounds of marble.
Wow, that's more.
It's a heavy little.
Yeah, it's
fucker.
more than everything else I have combined. Yeah, I'm.
This is more than all my worldly possessions.
Oh, don't mind me. I just fell down 3 flights of stairs. I'm fine.
Oh, good. I was just about to ask how you were. Good to hear that you're fine. And I head back upstairs.
I'm still sitting upstairs with a huge headache.
I must myself
Yes.
one of these days.
I'm gonna have a
don't
long
care.
talk with that boy.
I'm going to have a long talk with that boy.
Okay, so the vendor, you wend your way slowly back up the stairs, with your nice large weight. It's a little unbalancing, but you manage. Are you going back all the way to the top floor?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna put it back on its pillar where it belongs. To do
Okay.
otherwise would be
All right.
wrong
So you,
and disrespectful.
and you set it on the pedestal. I assume that you remove the troll at least somewhat.
Oh yeah. Oh, I thought we agreed that we had thrown him out the tower at this point.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we
Okay.
threw his burning hunking his corcus out the tower.
Corcus.
threw his corcus right out the tower. All right, so you have the pedestal in the center, and you
Yep.
heft the marble up there, and it is now restored to its proper place. I mean, the place is still a mess. It still smells horrible, but you know, the ritual scrying orb is now.
Yeah, but look
where
at
it
all these
belongs.
windows. It'll air out pretty quickly.
It'll air out. Yeah.
I mean, look at all this cross ventilation. Like, it's gonna air out actually real quick if these are actually windows here.
Yeah. The only thing is the air over the moors, at least over the past couple days, has been rather stagnant, but and very wet. Anyway, the magical artifact reinserted into its place.
Mhm.
The tower is once again, you might think, as a wizard set to guard these towers, functional.
I would like to use
And-
this orb.
Okay. Who would you like to contact?
Oh, I thought I could view the area around me.
You can do that too.
Ah. So I want to take a quick, just spin around the tower just to make sure that there aren't, goblins set up, just somewhere randomly and that we missed it. And then I want to see if I can actually use it to look inside of the chest, which is currently downstairs.
Okay. So you place both hands on it, as is requisite for the ritual, you know.
Right. Before I do this, though, I just want to double check and make sure that it is not trapped in some way.
Okay. Roll me Arcana, I think, would be, because you're sensing for a magical trap, undoubtedly. There's no seeming physical trap.
Yeah, well, I got no clue.
It's completely safe.
Good. All right. Good to hear.
You place both hands on it, and you begin to focus, and your vision of the world around you either dims or you close your eyes, one of the two. And your vision is replaced by a sky, like you're as though you were yourself a bird, but capable of much faster movement than any bird in nature. Your vision is placed above the tower, and you scour The immediate landscape. How far out do you want to go?
No more than, I mean, since I have a bird's eye view, let's say a mile, because I don't think that'll take too long just to look around real
You
quick.
see some lights off on the horizon to the north. Through even the mists, there's still some visible light in that direction, but it is some ways off. If it is a goblin emplacement, they are miles away.
All right. And just so I would know, how long would it take me to view to get over there to view that?
Almost no time at all. You can like rocket in that direction.
Then if that's the only thing of interest, I just want to rocket over there to take a look at it real quick.
Okay. Emerging from the mists are the shadows of a series of perhaps rundown or ramshackle houses, but it appears to be a village. You see cattle, you see sheep. There are a few people around. The population seems a little sparse. You can see that there's a millery. It looks like a small, a very isolated but nonetheless functional town structure of some kind out in the moors. No place that you are familiar with, but it also looks like it's barely a mud stain on the world map, so to speak. Anything else you wanted to know about?
No. I mean, it looks like it's just a village that's nearby.
As of right now, that's what it is.
Well, I'll keep in mind.
You bring your vision back.
I'll keep in mind where that is, and yeah, and I want to go see if I can look inside of the chest.
So you pull inside the tower and zip downwards, and you attempt to enter the chest. You get into the chest, and beneath the chest is just black. And when you try to go down further, you end up just in rock.
Okay.
The rock that makes up the tower itself.
All right. I figured it was worth a check.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. All right. So with that being done, I go to leave.
Okie doke. Hallie, as far as I know, you're still on the floor.
Yep, I'm still on the floor.
Cool.
I am moping.
All right. Well, my plan then is I'm going to start searching. Since I'm pretty sure that everything is taken care of, I'm going to I want to start searching the tower for a bronze brazier.
A bronze brazier? Okay.
A bronze brazier.
No, very different.
I am not looking for Madonna.
You actually had noticed that there was such a brazier on the first floor in the main room, the one with all the carpets on the floor.
All right, cool. Yeah. Is there charcoal, incense, and herbs around in the lab?
You find the incense, and you find some dried herbs in the lab. You recall to yourself that there was a fireplace downstairs where you might acquire charcoal.
Okay, I acquire these items. Is there 10 GP worth of these items?
Yes.
Okay. If nobody stops Evander is going to spend the next hour and 10 minutes casting Find Familiar.
Fine, I'll let my headache go away, or give me more time. Covered.
I have no problem with it. I should say, Hallie would like to get up, and now that she's had time to lay down, she's curious about that set of eyes she saw on the second floor. I'd like to go check that out.
Yep. So you pop up. It was actually on the third floor that you saw it, the laboratory.
Sorry, I got a little dizzy on my way down.
No, that's understandable. So you head up there, and there is no sign of the little guy. At least not where you saw him. Vendor has collected the items and is conducting some kind of strange machinations. Did you bring the brazier up to the laboratory? Is that where you're doing this?
Oh, I assumed that this was the brazier because it looked very brazierly. So.
Well, it can be now.
That's what it looked like on the map. So that's why I assumed that's what it was. So, no, I'll take the ingredients to the brazier properly.
Okay, that's on the first floor down here.
Oh, okay. So yeah, so I guess I'll grab that and take it up to the laboratory. If Haley is still there, or Holly is still there when I go down, I'll just be like, "Are you sure you're all right?"
Spread out on the floor. Walk over her, get the brazier, walk back up the stairs.
No, honestly, she's still there. I go back and I get it, and I look at her and I go, "No, for real? Are you all right, Venerable One?"
I am well enough.
Oh, okay, good. I take off.
You slowly pull yourself up. It is painful. Like your whole back hurts. But you can feel the muscles they hate you right now. The bones you're like, I might have bruised something. You get to your feet and you kind of like slowly, stiffly move up the stairs. And then when you get to the laboratory, you can see the wizard is doing something weird over in the far room. There's some chanting and his arms are moving around. And as you look towards him, you can see that the little chameleon guy is like right near the brazier, and he's like popping up on his hind legs, and he's kind of reaching up towards the metal.
I try to grab the lizard.
Okay. He doesn't move at all. He doesn't move very fast, certainly. And when you come up and you grab him, and he's still just kind of reaching out. As you pull him away, he just keeps reaching. It's like he's trying to will his arms to be longer.
Horrible. Can I just set him on my shoulder?
You can try. So you set him down, sort of so that he flops on your shoulder, because he's not really giving himself much leg support, and he's still just kind of reaching. And like his tail kind of lightly extends, and it kind of curls itself so that he has some kind of balance. So it curls itself kind of around your neck, and he just like plants his back feet on your shoulder and just stretches himself out slowly until he's like standing out from your body and he's like still reaching.
It's a strange creature.
It makes no noise in reply. It's
Now,
Of course,
how?
you say, "What a strange creature," and there's some old dude in the room over the brazier with like his robes hiked up around his arms, so he's got these bare little spindly arms hanging out, and he's doing some kind of like weird hippie chant thing over the brazier as he's like casting greenery, like dried greenery all over the place.
What a strange creature. Though not as strange as some.
Did you, out of curiosity, a vendor, did you have a familiar in mind that you were summoning? Is it this guy or?
I do. Give me 1 second. I am double checking to see which is the best for the situation for what I wanted to do.
Roger that.
But the goblins are considered fey creatures, correct?
They are, at least in this
Right.
world.
That's what I'm double checking. All right.
Yes.
All right. Let's see, because I can. I'm seeing what all the different advantages are of the different.
You do you,
creatures.
B.
So just.
Can I try and just befriend this chameleon? I can't think of anything better to do.
Animal handling?
Maybe. Let me hold on. I need to.
You know, Joel, this would go a lot faster if you were more familiar.
Ah!
Sir, there are plenty of holes in that tower that you can jump out of. Whoa.
Is Anne
Okay.
still here?
She did.
I am. I just am not part of the story just yet, so I'm just kind of more listening
Ah,
and doing help.
Oh,
And there's
lizard.
So, what you end up doing,
Okay.
is you seeing the lizard's desire, you kind of like pick him up off your shoulder and you like hold him out, and you get this real weird impulse. Seeing a vendor throwing his arms about and stuff, you just kind of like begin to like wave the lizard in the air a little bit, and the like his arms are still trying to track the brazier as you do so.
Right.
But he's like flopping around because there's a lot more force than he can apply to himself, and he's just like, and then like he appears to get into it, and he follows a vendor's motions. And he's kind of waving with you. And you do that for like a minute or so, just being amused by the lizard, until he just kind of seems to lose interest, and he kind of like curls back on himself. And you attempt to set him down again, and this time he appears very calm. And he just kind of like glomps onto your shoulder. He appears like when he actually uses his feet, he appears to have an excellent means of immobilizing himself there on your shoulder, so that he's stuck pretty tight to you. And he just watches on. He's disaffected, but he's just sitting there now.
So now I have a lizard friend.
Yes.
Well, that was a lot more successful than I was planning, but okay. I will call you Dave.
All right.
His eyes widen there so slightly.
What? Do you not like Dave? Perhaps Charles instead.
His eyes narrow ever so slightly.
Worse, huh? I don't know. Kinda took the good ones here. Can I ask the wizard, or is he too distracted?
You can try.
Avenda!
He's like dancing on the brazier at this point. It's really weird. He's like dancing backwards, and there's like some really weird step patterns to it. You're not. It might be Irish step dance. He's a pretty good dancer though for an old guy.
Very lively.
His beard's just kind of flopping everywhere.
All right.
Okay.
Wow.
Maybe I'll just call you Chameleon until the name suits come.
Okay. Yeah. So I am going to be subbing a Fey Weasel.
A Fey Weasel?
Yes.
What?
Like a Like a Fweezle?
All right,
It is one of the choices I can make.
a weasel. Cool. So you don't know, nobody, at least who witnessed it, neither Dave Charles the Chameleon or
That's it,
or
Dave
Hallie
Charles.
or a vendor noticed when it happened. But at some point, it must have scuttled up your robe because it pops out behind your head, like through the mess of hair, and there's a small weaselly face, a fweaselly face. Bloop. I don't know what makes a fey weasel as opposed to a weasel. I'm going to assume that there's some color palette additions, perhaps.
Golden eyes.
Ah, Mercutio, it is good to see you again. It has been a while. I have need of your services once again. You know, usual deal, recon and stuff like that. Good. I'm glad to hear you work things out with Janet. Oh, good, good. And your parents, they're well? Oh, I'm sorry to hear about your mother. I hope she recovers. Well, I mean, I know you have your issues, but still. Ah, good. Well, anyway, shall we get to work? Good. So
The whole time, the weasel has been looking out from the back of his robe, by the way. They've been talking to each other, despite the fact that they're not even looking at each other. And you're not sure that the weasel's actually talking.
Knowing him, it's probably both.
It's making a lot of chittering sounds, but
all right.
Please speak.
No, I speak Fey Weasel. It's different.
upstairs, I imagine that Birdperson has found Darkesh's head.
What?
Wait,
My
wait,
head?
Does Birdperson have a name?
Did you say he found my head?
No, bound.
Found, as in like with
Oh.
bandages.
Like, I didn't know I lost my head.
Well, you did momentarily in that treasure chest.
Yeah.
You got it right back.
Cat.
Wouldn't that be a twist? Sticking your head in there and then you found it somewhere else.
Okay.
What?
So,
Can I address the wizard now that he has his weasel?
I believe Joel just stepped away for a moment.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I can't tell because we closed the door, so we're not picking up each other's mics.
You're in isolation.
Oh, wait, while he's gone.
Too late. Oh.
I think I killed Anna.
Yeah, she finds out.
Sorry. Yeah, I'm in the same room.
Oh boy.
Do you truly hate the sound of you pouring tea that much?
He hates hearing it over the mic. Like, for some reason, it really grates on him.
It's funny.
Everyone else seems to enjoy it.
Reminds me of Niagara Falls.
What?
Niagara
Let's go
Falls.
for something, Weston.
A bit-
I don't know how poor it. Never mind.
Trying to censor myself, okay?
It does sound a little bit like that, doesn't it? Never thought of it like that.
Where is this spot? I can't find it.
I'm back.
Right between your shoulder blades, Weston.
All right.
There's not much
Hallie-
there.
Hallie, I believe, has a question for a vendor.
What are you planning on doing with that thing?
Ah, I'm planning on having him scout ahead for us.
Weasel Scout.
Yes, he's small, soft-footed, and has a great sense of hearing and smell.
I suppose that makes sense.
And yep,
Will he be staying with us for long?
yes.
Right. Is he going to stay in your robes for long? Don't you talk back to me. Well, your mother isn't that attractive either.
Sure.
I mean, that's not really that much of an insult to him.
He pops
Alright,
out from behind a vendor's head.
I'm saying you don't like your mother. I'm not saying anything about your mother. Anyway, I should get everyone else and head down to the land below.
You mean the main floor?
I mean the chest.
Quite forgot about that for the moment. You know, falling down the stairs and all.
Yes, that did look rather painful.
Were you able to get that crystal ball back intact?
Yes, thank you.
Good. Okay, I'm gone. I can't stand talking to a vendor. A vendor just grates me. I just head down to the main floor and I'm just gonna sit in a corner until everyone gathers.
I'll come join you.
Sit here petting David Charles.
David Charles the Chameleon.
David Charles.
David Charles. Lizards' faces aren't super expressive, but it kind of like closes its eyes as much as it can. If it could purr.
That is adorable. I have to really keep an eye on my mic here because I realize some of the things I say don't light up the mic.
Oh. Birdperson? Catmandu? Darkesh, I mean? Are you guys just going to sit up there?
Oh,
no.
I came down. I'm coming
Yeah,
down.
Weston came
Okay.
to join me.
I'm sitting with her.
Okay. So you guys are sitting in the bottom floor. A vendor,
Yeah.
I believe, has wandered down.
If everybody left, I'm gonna attempt stairs.
You go attempt what then?
The unconscious guy downstairs.
Okay. Give me an athletics check. That works for a Fae Ferret. And that works for you carrying the guy.
Adorable.
So you pick him up in kind of like a loose sort of carry. You've got him hiked kind of. You're using one wing to sort of prop him up a little bit. It's a very gangly, awkward way to maneuver a stairwell. But you do so without incurring more damage to his body. In fact,
Like-
it's actually like quite effective at carrying the guy. It just looks like it's painful for you.
Like bash his head on the door frame as I get to the bottom of the stairs.
Bump. He just lols. There's a table that you could put him on if you wanted to. Numerous rugs where you could install him.
Put him. Is there a place I
Install
could
him
like?
like an IKEA.
Say there's a fireplace. Was that on the first floor?
Yeah, there's a fireplace. It's in the other room. There's
Yeah,
like a wingback chair.
Can I like take him in that room and then put him in front of the fireplace and then start a fire?
Sure. It's a little bit of fuel set aside. You can stock it up there and light yourself a little fire. Set it for him. Leave the man unattended with an open flame.
The blanket's a little bit closer to the fire this time. Like dangerously close, but not super. Like not like
Like
obviously on fire.
Yeah,
but-
yeah.
Yep, got pretty close this time.
Yeah.
I walk over and I go, ah,
Yeah.
how was I pick? Do I notice that the thing is a little bit too close to the fire?
Give me a perception check.
Okay.
Nope.
Good. Comedy. Can I roll for my new familiar friend to notice?
If he has his own perception roll,
He
sure.
does. 1 second. Let me. I accidentally closed the tab. I had his stats up.
Impossible. So like as you're turning away,
Wait.
presumably with
Yeah.
Birdperson.
Just as a quick question, would he be able to smell that it's too close to the smell it that it's too close to the fire?
Not until it actually lights on
That's
fire.
fair. Figured it was worth asking.
So, but he like pivots around, and like you feel like a tug on your hair.
Oh.
Go a little jerk.
Mhm. Oh, I see. Yes. Good point. Good point. Ben, do you have a name for your character yet?
Not written down.
Hey, you!
I
Is it in the ether somewhere? Ethereal?
I may advise moving him a smidge back if we're going to be unable to attend to him. I'm more afraid of a spare spark lighting one of these blankets on fire than I would be about him catching cold in here. And I pull him back to a safe distance.
Cool.
Was that me?
No, the unconscious guy that a vendor pulled out of the bag. Birdperson
Okay.
set him up by the fire and then lit a fire and left the blanket really close to the fire. Part of me imagined that Birdperson walks over again and like adjusts the blanket and it ends up trailing close to the fire again, not quite as close, but like somehow he manages to scoot it out into the room a little bit more. Leaving everyone situated with
I kind of feel bad for everyone who tunes in For all the silent moments we have.
All the blank space.
All those
So-
moments where we just have nothing to say.
All right.
So you guys are intending in a direction?
Oh yeah. So I open up the chest. Unless we left it open or whatever. I have it open and have the other world revealed,
Yes.
and I inform Mercutio of my desire for him to head in a little bit and do some stealthy scouting for us.
Okay. So he goes up the ladder, and you hear as he does
All right,
so.
and as he's
Um,
doing this, I'm going to take an action so I can see and hear everything that he.
All right. So as he comes up the other side of the ladder, clinging tightly, because the gravity swap was odd on him the first time, as it is for many. You can feel he's a little woozy. He pops up out of a similar chest on the other side. It is very dark there. Does he have dark vision?
No, but he relies on hearing and smell for his perception.
Okay. So his sense of smell is overwhelmed by this incredibly metallic scent of blood. He can see virtually nothing. And there's a small sort of movement. So the movement contains creaking in the floor above, which is made of wood, and there is a subtle dripping sound. It's not incredibly frequent, but it's just constant. Just like a drip, and then it waits for about 10 seconds again.
All right, so
Correct.
I'm going to telepathically ask him if he can if there's anything inside of the any immediate creatures on the other side of the room, particularly goblins.
So he takes a whiff, and there is this strong scent of goblin around, but he can't hear them moving if they're there, and he can't
Right.
I mean, the smell pattern
Right.
is interrupted
Okay.
largely by the blood. It doesn't smell like, so the place smells pungently of goblin, but it's more like wandering into a goblin warren when the war party's out.
Right. All right. Yeah. Yeah. Just so you know, he does have advantage on all hearing and smell perception checks.
Mm-hmm,
Okay.
mm-hmm.
All right. So with that news, I inform the party that I believe that it is safe for us to proceed down into this chest world.
You're sure?
I mean,
Someone else can go first.
relatively. It seems that it's immediately safe, but no, there's no knowing. So I'm going to inform Mercutio that I'm going to try and scamper away as I stick my staff in and tell him that I'm going to try and light up the room. So I stick my staff with the light into the room.
So you light up the staff, and then you stick it downwards into the chest?
Yes.
Okay, it comes up, and there is a wash of your blue-white light. Are you still utilizing his eyes?
Not at the moment, but I was planning on switching to it after I because I'd be blind as I tried to stick it in otherwise. So
Sure.
I stopped sharing his vision. I put it in, and then I go back to seeing what he can see.
Phrasing. All right, so you have lit the space, and what you see is a space that looks very similar to the place that you're standing in now. The furniture is moved about slightly, and there's an inexplicable rusty tinge to the walls.
Oh,
There.
oh, we're playing by Silent Hill rules.
If I'd played Silent Hill, I might know.
Yes, we're playing by Silent Hill rules. You've basically exactly described the other world.
Cool.
Oh, so yeah, it's basically the Upside Down.
In this case, it is exactly the Upside Down.
So neither one of us in any way see creatures.
What you can see through Mercutio's eyes is the room. So you're popping out of a chest, just like the one you have here on the other side. And in the center, not the center of the room, but off-centered, there is a puddle which glints in the light. The edges of it crusted to the floor, but in the center it is still liquid, and it reflects crimson. And as I mentioned before, there is an interval drip from the ceiling, and if you look up, you see that the ceiling is saturated in red, particularly in that spot. And that dirtied droplets are periodically adding themselves to the pool on the floor below. But there is no movement other than there is a slight inclination that over in the left, where the doorway to the floor above is, there might be a shadow.
All right. Well, out of context, everyone else, I go, well, that is deeply disturbing.
Yeah, nobody knows what's disturbing. You just know that he finds it deeply disturbing.
Right. All right. Well, here we go, and I will get my own sight and hearing back, and start heading into chess world.
Okay. Roll me a Constitution saving throw.
All right. This is not going to go great. Do I have any sort of advantage to this because I knew that this was coming? So
It's still just as disorienting,
Right.
regardless. I mean, it's about the inner ear, but you're fine.
Right.
You go through, and your stomach is queasy, and your head is like, woo, as you knew would happen. You managed to keep your hat.
sorry, I was suddenly wondering if I could do the portal jump thing where I go voodoo, 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 voodoo.
As was evidenced previously when Darkesh tested with the rock, it is feasible. Yes.
I don't want to do that. Just wondering if it was possible academically. All right, so I'm in chess world, and I wait for everyone else to follow.
Yeah. It is musty. It is rank smelling.
Well, I'm assuming everyone follow, right?
That is up to you
Well,
guys.
I guess
This,
he didn't.
this is
He
D&D.
didn't really.
You can do whatever you want.
Yeah.
Didn't really give instructions.
Not really. Going in, I'm gonna pull out. Birdperson will pull out a piece of chalk and scratch on the wall, and where, hopefully where the guy will see it. Like, you're safe here. We went in the box. Just wait. We'll be back.
Okay. What language?
Common.
Okay. All right. Cool. That's legit. We win the box. We'll be back.
With like an arrow pointing to the chest.
Okay. You're the person from the video game who writes the tutorial notes on the wall.
It was you in the undead settlement.
Okay. So you draw the arrow, and then you go into the box, and you come out. So there are two people now standing in the dark room.
Can I tuck David Charles somewhere safe as I crawl into the chest, or is he safe enough on my shoulder?
That is up to you. I don't know if your armor actually has anywhere that you could fit him into.
Yeah, I'm kind of in leather armor here.
Yeah.
I'll just hold him close. I'll just
Okay.
hold him hold him down with my hand, make sure nothing happens to him.
So for purely academic purposes, could Birdperson and Hallie then both give me Constitution saving throws?
I got a 12.
You, with 12, you feel on the verge, like you can feel the gall rising, sort of a thing. You can taste bile. I don't know if birds taste bile, but you can taste bile.
Well,
You're about to
considering
throw up a pellet. I don't know.
birds don't have throat muscles, like they use gravity to swallow. So I don't know that I could necessarily stop myself from throwing up if I was upside down.
Interesting information there.
That's why they took birds into space one time and they died because they couldn't eat it. Hey, I don't fall off the ladder like awesomely. I make it down the ladder perfectly. I'm really good at the ladder.
You are the most
The ladder
competent
is
ladder
stellar.
person ever. It's one of the things. It's one of the things you can actually. Again, every time Evander is looking at you, you're just the most competent person ever. Like you just look like you got this.
So you step out, having navigated the ladder in a way that no one has ever navigated interdimensional space before. Looking as though you understand the mathematics of the cosmos, you step out into the room and vomit all over the floor.
Well,
Hallie, you do just fine. Oh, I want to know something real great, though.
okay.
David
Whoa!
Charles is fine.
I hope.
What? David Charles.
Guys, we got him to burn one of his 20s on something stupid.
David Charles
Yeah, but
looks
so did I.
shinier. Yeah, but son, it balances out somewhere cosmically. Ben and I are on some kind of a cosmically sized seesaw. I feel like, with our luck, good grief. So yeah, no, David Charles actually, as he comes out, he looks shinier than he did on the other side. He looks like a very happy chameleon, if that's possible. His eyes dilated. I don't know. Their eyes don't dilate in pleasure. His tail perfectly curled, set astride his halfling mount. Yeah, you didn't know it, but he's the cavalier, and you're just the
Well, actually, you cannot have a mount that is 2 size categories larger than you.
He has just reached this level cavalier and upgraded his mount.
No, I'm just being funny.
I don't remember.
Way better
I
at this
remember
game than we are.
There's a ridiculous level at which you can upgrade your mount to something absurd. I don't remember what level that is. So you guys are in the dark room. Darkesh will be a moment. But there's the large, growing blood stain. Now a pool of vomit beside the chest. Having joined it, all the doors are open.
All right. Well, so I'm going to have, I'm gonna have Marcusio start doing some preliminary scouting around the room.
Okay. So he
Stealthily.
zips about. Yeah. Roll a stealth check for him.
Yeah.
So he's going to zip about into the room.
Dark is dark.
Chirruping the whole time.
I mean, 9's not the worst ever. It's just
Slightly below
He's
average.
He's just informing you of what he's found. He thinks he's being very stealthy about it. You're not so sure he's being very stealthy about
Gets
it.
that he can communicate telepathically
Yeah.
with you.
He's forgotten about that. Apparently. I don't know. There is... I'm just saying, like, that stealth check doesn't beat anyone in this room's passive perception.
no. I'm just saying, I'm being encouraging to him. It's not the worst thing ever.
Yes. It's not the worst thing, buddy. I don't know why he always goes into that melody when he speaks, but there it is. You guys here in the dark room, you can see there's the curtain with the tapestry on it, on the other side of the room, and the tapestry moves ever so slightly.
Can I sneak up on the tapestry?
Roll stealth. You also fail to beat everyone's passive perception.
This is just one of those days.
David Charles looks a little bit disappointed.
I don't need any sass from you.
His tail curls tighter.
I just pat him affectionately on the head.
I don't know. Ben disappeared. He did.
What? Can you guys not hear me?
I didn't hear you
We didn't
respond
hear
if you
you
did.
at all.
All right. So just
Oh, well, I asked how dark was. I don't think
How
I ever
dark
got an
was.
answer. Like you said, it was
Uh,
dark, but I was asking how dark.
It is
How
dark. So
dark was
a
it?
vendor creates bright light around himself. He is beside the chest. The
We are once
the
again
rooms
at the
without a
mercy
vendor's
of the wizard.
light- The rooms without a vendor's light are pitch black. They are night dark. They are
Okay.
thoroughly without light.
I'm gonna use produce flame, and then hold it. So I have 10-foot radius around me now.
Okay.
I'll be right back.
She'll be right back.
to answer, just in case you wanted an answer to your question, Aaron, you don't actually get to get large amounts unless you are the Beast Rider subclass of Cavalier, and only then if you are 7th level or higher.
Okay, at 7th level.
If you are
Yeah, because I know.
If you're a Beast Rider Cavalier, the baseline Cavalier does not get it.
Yeah.
Apparently, that's Joel's
but,
rules
I
lawyer,
think
rules
all-
lawyer voice.
I think, is it at 7th level that all Cavaliers get the choice of like a bunch of new mounts?
Yes. Yeah.
Though? Yeah. Like you get the quote exotic mounts, because you can get like the wolf from 1st level. I think it's the 7th level one that gives you
Here.
the chance to ride
Just
a boar or something.
yeah.
It was my memory of goodness.
I can tell you.
as we wait.
I mean, we got nothing better
So
to do
you
because we
have
got like what 2 people
Flame
missing.
produced. We've got light produced. Yeah, Anna just popped out too.
No, 4th level is when you get the special ones.
Okay. All right. That's much sooner than I thought. But like Cavaliers also get a mount at level 1. Isn't
Yeah,
that?
it's only small cavaliers. They can select a boar or a dog if they are 4th level. But yes, they can select a pony or wolf at level 1, which
Which is ridiculous.
which
to
does
me.
actually make being a it makes being a small cavalier actually worth it because you get a lot better. You get actually a really cool mount, like.
Dog mount is
Because
good
you're
mount.
going to be getting those huge penalty. You're going to be getting a penalty probably to strength, and you're going to have less weapon. So it actually makes sense to me as a balancing choice.
Yeah. I get do the wolf thing, and then do what Anna did when she was playing her gnome. Just use a sigh and just trip everyone. I like that. Then get the executioner's axe or whatever, the feet for the headsman thing.
Mm.
Do more damage to prone targets.
I think that's only in 4th edition.
Humbug.
I mean, there are a ton of Pathfinder feats, but I don't remember off the top of my head if that one's one of them or not.
Me either. Making stuff up. Brr. That's okay. Hannah has not come back yet. We're all gonna die.
I mean, to be fair, Weston's still not back yet either. So
Important phone calls.
yeah, small people get.
What's up?
Oh, I was just looking over the exotic mount choices for the for a small beast rider cavalier. Their choices are an Allosaurus, an Ankylosaurus, an Anathorsium, an Anchorus, a bison, a boar, a Brachiosaurus, an elephant, a Glyphonton, a hippopotamus, a mastodon, a megalosaur, a riding dog, a giant snapping turtle, a Triceratops, and a Tyrannosaurus. But you have to be.
I don't know why anyone would choose anything but the giant snapping turtle.
I was gonna say, like, it's a lot really overpowered for the.
Oh, don't worry though. It's if you wait till 7th level, you can then get access to the Dianchorus and the Velociraptor.
A higher level requirement than the T-Rex.
Yes.
But why?
I think the better question is, why is there a Tyrannosaurus as an animal companion?
Because somebody decided that there needed to be done.
So to answer your question of why they have to wait till 7th level, it's because at 7th level a Velociraptor becomes a medium creature instead of a small creature.
Oh, because they're too. Gotcha.
Yeah. Weston, are you back yet?
He did.
But who am I going to talk about the new Overwatch skins with?
They added more new ones.
Yeah, you'll be happy about this. It looks like they're adding a Cthulhu Zenyatta. Or possibly a Mind Flare.
Oh. I'm happy, I think. Let's go look it up.
Here, I will put the photo in the chat.
Oh. Oh my. That's lovely. So the Halloween 2017 skins.
So, yeah. Like, Weston, we need to go grind out. We need to wait till the 10th and then grind out as many. Start grinding out as many skins as possible.
Let's see. It looks like the jack-o'-lantern skin might be coming back. For Overwatch.
Yeah, well, all of last year's things come back, and then they're adding some new ones. And then it looks like they're doing a Dragon Symmetra.
Like a devil symmetric.
Yeah, it's either Dragon or Devil. I can't tell which one. I want it. I want all of them. Not the May one so much. Meh.
Meh, indeed. Oh, she's like one of
The hopping vampires, yeah.
Yeah.
I get the reference. I'm just not ecstatic about it.
Yeah, it's not super. The Symmetra one is pretty cool though. Wow.
The McCree and Reaper one look pretty cool too.
Reaper. His look kind of like just like a toned down version of the jack-o'-lantern.
Yeah. I need to remember to not read the comments on the internet.
Always a dangerous way to go.
Look, PC Gamer, I has some good articles. Sometimes they're a little, but the fan base is just the worst.
I feel like if you go onto official forums for almost anything, though, it ends up being that way. Because, like, I've tried to read the official forums for both, like, Guild Wars and Warframe at different points. And you just, the people who show up to those arguments or discussions, if you will,
I guess that's fair.
I have returned with hot tea and pumpkin cheesecake.
welcome.
right, so are we gonna move forward then?
Lazy and
Sure,
fabulous.
yeah,
Both
I'm
be terms
yelling at me.
described.
That's
fine.
So I believe what was about to happen was that a tapestry was about to be lifted, moved, ever so slightly.
Thought it was a drape.
No, it's a tapestry.
Sure.
Oh,
A
okay.
drape made
Oh,
of
is it that-
tapestry.
That 2E tapestry that'll kill you.
Oh,
A
great.
very precise one. No, it's a tapestry I got from
Here, let me
Maze
find
the Blue
it.
Medusa.
It's
No.
hilarious.
I'm dead serious.
Anyway,
Emphasis on the dead.
I spin around and have my staff pointed at it.
Okay. Hallie, what do you do
Halle Berry.
with the tapestry?
Oh my god.
Sorry. Mouthful of cheesecake. What did I miss anything important concerning knowledge about the tapestry, or did I just fail on sneaking up on it and that's where we left off?
Yeah, you failed on sneaking up on the tapestry. Hardcore. David Charles.
And David Charles is disappointed.
Yes.
You know what? I'll try poking it with the tip of my axe.
Okay. Of course, there's a ripple that extends out through the tapestry. It doesn't say anything to you.
Can I try like moving it off to the side?
Yeah.
Oh.
So you whisk the tapestry aside
Whoosh.
at whatever speed seems appropriate to you, and you reveal there, manacled to the floor, a person that is more snake than person.
Oh.
I will.
Like, is he not offensive?
Aggressive?
That word. Yes.
I don't know. Is snake person aggressive?
Highly. Tries to snap at you.
I will take a quick step back. No, I don't want to open that program. Sorry.
That was oddly appropriate. All right, well, she's tied up, so we don't know where about her. And throw the tapestry back on top.
I just kind of imagine, if you will, I am staring at the wizard and kind of doing like my arms outstretched, like, what are you doing?
I don't actually do that. No, I do go. Oh.
Oh,
That was okay. I didn't expect.
No, I do go. Oh, well, she's tied up. I don't need to worry about her. And I continue, and I particularly want to.
I'm pretty sure it's a male.
At that, the snake like hisses back at you and goes, "How dare you call me a woman? Do I look like a female to you?"
I didn't call you.
slithering?"
No, I did not say. I did not call you a woman. I did not use Evander's voice. This is Evander's voice. This is my voice. This means I'm talking out of character.
I don't
Okay.
know.
That's why I'm telling you.
Yes.
Anyway, I want to go and actually check and see what the front door to this place looks like.
All right, I'm
I
gonna.
want to heal check the chained up person.
Okay.
I'll cautiously with my axe lift the tapestry back off the snake which Evander had thrown on it.
I didn't actually throw that. I didn't actually throw that on.
Oh, okay. Then I shall inquire of the snake. What are you doing here?
I don't know where it is.
Yeah, some kind of okay. Birdperson, you note that there is blood caked up around the wrist that is manacled to the ground. It's only one of them. The right arm. What was that?
That was to make sure I knew it was her blood, his blood.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm gonna use Goodberry and
Okay.
one to the snake person.
How many good bears does that produce when you use it?
10.
Okay.
They're good for 24 hours.
All right.
They're 1 hit point per berry eaten, and if you eat a berry, it counts as a full day of food. Well, it can sustain a person for a day, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's like you're not going to be hungry. It just means you're not going to die.
Yeah. So you manacled to the floor here. There is a birdman who has just come up to you and he's checked your manacled hand, and then he holds out his hand, and a bunch of berries just like sprout into existence in his hand, and he gives you one of them.
Then he says in common,
Sometimes.
this or something like that. He doesn't necessarily explain what it's going to do. He just tells you to eat it.
Okay. So,
Like pulls a dirty rag out of his waistband and starts attempting to bandage your still manacled hand.
sorry, technical difficulties. Give us.
Just trying to help her with her mic.
Oh, so it's okay. This might be just Josh's microphone. This isn't mine. Okay, I think we got all set up. Okay, so berries, right.
Meanwhile, you go to the door and you open it up, and outside there is a moorland, which is tinged red all throughout. The shadows
we shall
draw
find them.
close, and
On
red
the
mist.
grass.
I hope so. Red mist sort of swirls around you. I don't know. I'm going to type it Weston, so hopefully he gets this because he's apparently over by the fireplace. All right.
I'm back.
Welcome back. I was just wondering what it was that you're doing with the fireplace and the.
Oh, I was on my phone call and I saw something scary show up, so I ran and hid.
Oh, okay. If you would
What's
roll
my
me
sister doing over there?
Roll me a perception check,
Yeah.
just for my own benefit. That way I know what's going on outside, and then we'll go back to Ben and with Birdperson, Soulkeel, and Hallie.
Is your bird's name So Cool?
No. That's Anna's character's name is.
That is so
Soulkeel.
cool.
No. It's
David
so
Charles agrees.
cool.
You guys are awful with your puns tonight.
Tonight, I'm awful with my puns always.
A horrific creature
True.
comes out of the mist and eats off a vendor's face. No.
Karma!
I'm just getting images now of Stephen King's The Mist.
Oh, oof.
Oof, indeed. Okay, alright, so Goodberry has been given. A manacled hand, bandaged ever so slightly. A chameleon, confused. This giant reptilian creature. You don't find anything other than just the dead fire, Weston. It's approximate to the world that you left behind. Same kind of room,
Okay.
same wingback chair sitting by the fireplace.
Did they go through the portal thing? Are they in the other world?
Oh yeah, did you not follow?
Sure, I followed.
Okay, yeah. So you're in the other world, and it's
Yeah.
essentially just darker, and the walls appear rust colored. I described in the main room there is a pool of blood on the floor that is being added to progressively by some source from above.
That's unpleasant.
Yeah, you're in a room with an unlit fire.
Okay.
Behind Birdperson and Hallie, now, there is this sudden sound of metal rapping on wood. A large metallic object slams into the wood at the base of the stairs and then meets stone. In the shadows left by Birdperson's produce flame, which I assume is in the other hand, other than the good berries and the one he was using to bandage the
How many hands does he have?
picture. Good
I know,
question.
I'm a little confused
So
myself.
like,
Starting to
produce
wonder
flame
that
is
now.
in one hand, offers berry, puts berries away, pulls out rag,
Starts
fiddles
rapping
with hand.
with
So it's
single
one-handed.
hand. Yeah,
Yeah.
one-handed triage.
Not much better than if he would have had two hands.
First, one-handed first aid. In the shadows, outside of your produce flame, in the doorway there is a figure, small figure, maybe about 3 feet tall, and it is not leaning, I guess, hefting a large metal rod from which is appended a banner which you have seen before.
I brandish my axe.
David Charles is a little unbalanced on your shoulder as you do so.
I'm sorry, David Charles. Which do you know? Does it matter which shoulder he's on?
He's currently on your left shoulder,
Right, and I'm
unless
wielding.
you put him elsewhere.
No, he's on my shoulder. I just wanted to make sure that he wasn't on my dominant shoulder while I'm brandishing my axe. That he's on the opposing one.
The figure in the doorway seems to have red gleaming eyes that burn sort of like embers. And you see with its free hand, it holds something up, which in the light glints a little. It's about the size of its, like a balled up fist, the object in its hand. And it glints in a way that is like glass-like, and you can see it in silhouette, sort of. You can see it is clenching, and you hear a chipping sound, like glass when it starts to break, or like ice when it starts to break, and then a shatter. And immediately there is a flash of light that washes the room that you're in, and the fireplace in the other room immediately lights.
Where I am?
Yes.
Well, that's terrifying.
It lights with a hellish red light, and it roars to life as though the fire itself has some kind of sentience, filling the fireplace, not just like a normal firewood, but like exploding outward and lapping around the sides as though it's trying to like free itself from the fireplace. There is a brazier matching the one that a vendor moved in the main room, which also lights and begins cascading fire all about it. And the pool of blood that is basically, it's in the center of where the three carpets are here. Basically, what happens is you see like a ripple go through it, and then something begins to come out of the pool, as though it were deeper than merely, a centimeter's worth of caked up blood beneath the wet surface.
Can you put some visual aids for where all this stuff is happening?
Yeah, I can indeed.
Ah,
This guy comes out of the pool. He's right there. I'll just do a little shape drawing for the pool. So we'll say, oh, that, what? Huh. Sorry, I'm having an awful time of this. It keeps undoing what I do.
Yeah, sometimes a lot of time you have to go forward one more step, and then it will actually catch up with the drawing that you did.
Oh, it actually looks prettier than I thought it would. Okay. So there are now a pair of lit fires and the pool of blood, which has sprouted another of these little figures who's carrying what looks for all the world like a large-ish, I guess, for his dimensions, thigh, and creeps out of the pool, like slowly rising. Um, Again, fairly shadowed. The one that's rising out of the pool, you can see a little bit more clearly because Birdperson has his produced flame near it. So you can see its gnarled little face, its twisted little body, the wicked weapon that it carries at its side, and the blood red cap upon its head.
So combat.
Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, it's combat time. um, so there is, yeah. So just so you guys are aware of what's going on, you're still manacled to the floor over there, Sniggy. Um, David Charles is so ready for this. Yeah, explosions of flame. We're all good to go, I think. Of course, a vendor, you were alerted by Hallie's challenge, and then the explosion of flame.
I mean, also, Mercutio is still in the room, so he can telepathically inform me of these things.
Yeah. So like what you get is
So,
it's like
He's like
Mercutio.
running around, like crawling all around his robe and just trying to...
I'm just imagining that's how he talks. And like you get the flashes of his vision. I just imagine it's like, and you just see blazing fire
Right,
all over the
yeah.
place. Freakish thing crawling out of the blood pool. It's just like blasting into your mind. These images. As he like runs beneath Birdperson's cloak.
Ah, darn it.
Oh, you left it.
Yeah, I accidentally clicked out.
All right. So, what does everyone want to do on this first round of combat? We can kind of set up, see what happens.
Okay, I am going
Oh,
to move forward and hit one of the red caps with fire.
Okay. So, D6 for the moving, whatever your spell's damage dice are
There we go.
for your attack.
I'm get.
Hallie? Oh, sorry,
I-
Birdperson.
All right,
Good.
so I'm moving at 11, so I'll be right back because that'll be a while.
I would like to take my axe and swing it down on the snake person's manticle and cut it off.
The manacle? Okay. Give me to determine your initiative score then. Just roll your damage die for your weapon. So I know when you go. Which is the D12.
12, right? Yeah.
Birdperson?
Yeah, more than half. That's
Um,
not...
How far apart are the two red caps?
They are approximately 15 feet apart.
All right, I'm going to cast Ice Knife and throw it at the red cap in the doorway.
Okay. Roll me the damage dice for Ice Knife.
So it has a ranged attack and then a dex save.
Okay. What does it do for damage?
So it's a D10 on hit and then 2d6 on a failed save.
Okay, so roll the D10.
All right.
Oh, nice. All right, and what do you want to do over there, Darkesh?
Do I need to roll for initiative or anything?
That's what I'm determining right now is what you're going to need to roll for initiative. So what do you want to
Okay.
do?
Flames that are in my room, are they of any harm, or should I just go fight the guys with the scythes?
Well,
Sides.
that is up to you how you would like to handle it.
I think I'm not gonna deal with magical flames, and I'm gonna go fight this dude who came out of the pool of stuff.
Okay. So roll me d6 for your movement and then whatever damage die for whatever weapon you're using.
And then damage.
A d20? I think not. Your pistols are a d10.
Okay,
So-
I just clicked the roll button and that happened.
Yeah.
All right, I'll put it in. One.
Nice. Okay. So you go on 6. And then I've got to roll for the fireplace. Okay. They go on 4 and 5. And the little guy's just gonna be nasty. What do you want to be doing during this round? You are
So-
still manacled?
So I'm still strapped, correct?
Yeah.
And there's only one hand though to the floor, correct?
Correct.
Is there a way to try and break the hand free with my other one?
Yeah, if you want to roll a strength check, since we didn't set up everything for you yet, it'll just be basic strength.
So
Or you could use acrobatics to try and like worm it out
yeah,
somehow.
okay. So that would just be a normal d20 without any modifiers at the moment.
Modifier would either be strength or dexterity, depending on what you want to do.
Probably dexterity. Okay, sorry, give me a moment.
No, you're fine.
Oh, Weston, they released some of the skins for Overwatch for their Halloween thing.
Already? I was on last night.
No. They've released the images, not the actual.
Oh, the leak them. Yeah, I saw those. Those are cool.
And then, oh guys, Emmanuel.
I am excited
Hello,
for
Hello.
Cthulhu.
The Cthulhu Zenyatta one.
Yeah.
That one looks so cool.
Or actually it's purple, so it looks more like a mind flare to me.
Yeah, it's pretty cool though. I think it's gonna be one of his best skins.
No, it's up there with the raw skin for me as his favorite, and then I found it funny because of how much you hate Symmetra that they literally made Symmetra a demon.
Yeah, that was awesome. I was like, how fitting.
I still say Farah's worse, but that's me.
Yeah, I find it easier to kill Farah in a 1v1.
All right. So what happens looks like this. The red cap over here with the standard slams it into the floor, and there is some kind of a magical symbol that appears beneath him. And the side blade of the other red cap begins to glow with runes. Along its blade, and he is going to lunge for Oh no, wait here. And double check him. Oh, he's still fantastic. Okay. So he is going to lunge for on the same attack order as Weston. He will act that way. So before then, blurp, the fireplaces disgorge
Oh.
their occupants. And these huge shadowy canine figures that you recall from atop the hill in the moorlands step forth from the flames. They themselves have flames cascading from their mouths and eyes. And that is the fireplace. So, Darkesh, you have proceeded into the room, and the main room that is, and you find before you this red cap with this glowing sigh now standing in front of you. What would you like to do?
Didn't I roll for my attack?
You rolled for the initiative. What I need you, so you're shooting him in the face, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, so I need you to roll a d20. With your modifiers for the gun. So if you just roll the gun.
Oh, that's what I rolled before.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, that hits.
I would be very upset if it didn't.
That hits a lot. So you may, as you wish, roll your damage, and we will see how badly you shoot this guy in the face. Oh yeah, that's good. Okay. All right. He regrets his life decisions. Okay. Ooh. He really regrets his life decisions. So that's okay. So you blast him, and just like a chunk of his cheek just flies apart as you shoot him at point blank range, and there's like bone and gristle like hanging off the side of his face now as he turns to look at you. And he's staring you down in the eye sockets. He's just glaring at you, and he is going to return fire, or attempt to anyway. And he's going to swing his crazy blade at you for a total to hit of 14. What is your AC? It's 15, isn't it?
Yes.
He is going to spend then his inspiration die, which gives him the 1 point he needs. So he lashes out at you, and you see a burst as the runes cascade down the side, and it would have missed you. You dodged. You know you dodged. So this guy must be cheating. He's hacking, clearly. As the runes travel down the side and reach out and strike you, as though the weapon range extends just specifically out of malice. And he deals you 6 points of damage as he slashes across your armor, into your cat flesh.
Okay. Got it.
All right.
I'm almost dead again.
Soulkill, you wrench at the manacle. You kind of like wend your hand to try and free yourself, and initially it does not succeed. If um, so when you do this though, the halfling brings down her axe at the same time as you're like wrenching your hand, and she smashes the chain that's connecting you to the floor, and you are free now for this next bit.
Okay.
And it is now Birdperson. What you were flinging an ice dagger?
Yeah, so as the guy appears in the doorway,
Sure.
Birdperson will turn and with his free hand start like a throwing motion, and as he's throwing, a shard of ice forms in his hand and then hurls in the direction of the guy.
All right, roll that attack.
Badly I can miss this.
Well, you can get a 1.
That still hits.
Cool.
Look, man, you got 2 1s, and it all worked out.
The ultimate one.
There can only be one.
No, there are 2 of them. There are 2 of them.
There are two of them.
Two become one. Alright, so the ice spike shard dagger thing
Mhm.
does damage as it lodges in
Okay.
Redcap's like armor or something.
Okay. So it
And then
sinks
it-
into his little cloth armor.
Yeah, and then it explodes.
Oh,
so,
nice.
So him and everything in a 5-foot radius around him need to make a dex save.
Okay.
But
I'm
the
just gonna
DC
say that the wolf is close enough.
is
The
12.
DC? It's 12? Oh, I am sorry. He rolls a 17 and a 14. Because I'm giving him disadvantage because of his iron boots, even though he's not supposed to have it. But that's okay. I like it. So he doesn't do so great. And then it's a DC 12 for the Hellhound as well.
Yeah, assuming it's within 5 feet, yeah.
Okay. We're pretending it is. But
Okay.
it also makes the save.
That's,
Now, does the damage only go off on a failed save, or does they take
it
half
only
damage?
happens on a failed save.
Okay. I'm sorry. They rolled a lot of 16s.
It's all good.
So it smashes into him, and there's like the little splash of blood, and then zzz, but it blows up in the wrong direction. Like it flings out into the room rather than into them, and he's like real confused for a moment, and he looks up at you, and his mustache kind of like bristles in like all these different directions. And the hellhound just kind of doesn't care because it's nowhere near him. All right. So I believe then it is a vendor's turn to shoot his
Cool.
his fiery missile.
Well, it's the bonfire from below.
Fawnfire.
All right, so this one appears to it initially appears as a phoenix which rises up from the floor underneath and then slams back down in an explosion of fire.
Okay. All right then.
So he has to make a dex save.
Okay. He rolls once, twice, 3 times a lady. He rolls 12.
He is hit by it.
Okay. Roll that damage. That is damage. This was the one in the doorway,
Yeah.
you said? Okay. So he has taken an accumulation of 3 damage. And he looks real confused. again, he was just looking at Birdperson with the bristling mustache, and then this fiery bird comes out, and he like as it kind of like grazes him. He's like, "Oh, that's hot." And he's going to holding the standard, standing in the shadowy doorway. He's going to just be. He's going to say. And here I thought I was dealing with adventurers of a certain caliber. Why don't you just sick 'em, boys? And the hounds are going to
Was
get
it
involved for the next round.
was it the end of his turn?
Begin the next round of combat. He wasn't actually
Okay.
going. I was just having
Okay,
something.
that's fine.
His turn was much earlier in the combat. Okay, so what happens is this. There was a splash of blood when Darkesh got hit. And the splash of blood looms large in the dark. Presumably. There we go.
That's really looming large.
Yeah, not that large. It looms large in the darkness, and yet another red cap appears. Beside the second one, who just sneers at you with like half a face at this point because you blew off the other half. Oh wow, you did a lot of damage to him. Okay. All right, so what are people going to do for the second turn of combat? Because we are beginning. I am also going to say right now that you do have the special abilities that I had remarked upon before to a certain extent. So if you would like to infect your special abilities at any point, I know I haven't fully explained them to you guys, but if you would like to infect them, you do have 3 uses of them per day. So I will explain them as we hit them if you would like. And they are all prototypes, so bear with me.
All right, so mine is that I have spells that have their own unique spell slots, but it's only one spell and it's going to be random what it is.
Yes.
Do I know what it is before I cast it?
Yes.
Okay. How do I find out what it is?
You roll 2d6s.
Okay, is that do I have to do that as an action, or is that just...
Yeah, it's an action.
I am going to spend my turn doing that thing then.
Okay. These are like legendary actions. So just roll a d6 to determine where you are in the initiative order, because it's a super action, so you get a little bit of a...
There we go.
Okay.
That is what I'm doing with my turn.
All right. The big guy goes on the 4. That guy's going to attack again because he's evil, and he really likes what he's doing to the cappers. 6. The hellhounds are going to run at you guys. All right, soul kill. What do you want to do? Tapestry ripped off. You've been freed by a strange half a person.
With the chameleon on my shoulder.
Flaming dogs. Yeah, David Charles is looking at you like, you're big.
Yeah, I am. Well, at this point,
There's little men sprouting out of blood everywhere.
Shulkill is infused with rage, so he's gonna go and attack the nearest thing to him.
Okay. Nearest thing is the Hellhound. So roll a d6, and I believe that your fist deals a d4 damage right now. So a d6 and a d4.
So I roll 8.
Okay.
5.
Okay.
2.
All right. And then Darkesh. What is Darkesh doing?
I'm gonna shoot the same guy that I shot. Try to finish him off.
All right. Roll a d10 for your that your damage dice is your initiative die in this
Okay.
scenario.
Do I add the bonus or just the D10?
It is a d10, and then I think I am going to at some point rework this once people get used to it, because I think you guys should be getting a bonus from all of your dexterity. Okay, so you're going on 9. And Birdperson, what do you want to do?
Is it possible for me to cat person?
To heal cat person?
Right. I wanna get close enough to touch him.
Right now there is the little guy who is kind of blocking the way. He is hemmed off cat person, but the little guy doesn't look incredibly substantial. He looks kind of like a frailer version even than these other withered old men. His clothing is more tattered. His hat is barely together.
All right. Let me just throw my produced flame at him.
Okay. So just roll me the damage dice of produce flame for your initiative. Nice. Okay, you go first. So roll the attack roll for produce flame. Also, Hallie, what did you want to be doing? At Hannah.
Character. I would like to dash at the closest thing. Lash at it. Well, turning to David Charles, I would tell him to hold on tight and being careful not to jar him too much. Dash and try to chop something up.
Okay, so a d6 and a d12 then. You hit Ben. So what you're gonna lob the fireball at him. Oh my god, he's ash. You just obliterate the little guy. He's just and the bristle mustached fellow, his mustache all like collects and like recedes. He's like, maybe there is some promise in these fools. At which point, a vendor roll me for the first d6. Yeah, roll me 2d6s.
I hope high rolls are good.
In this case, they are very happy for you. So you, let's see, 1, 2, 3. You gain access to the spell Vampiric Touch, which is a 3rd level spell.
Ooh.
At which you have the 3rd level slot to cast that spell specifically, as it fills with charge. Vampiric touch is a necromancy. Concentration up to a minute. You cast on yourself, and the touch of your shadow-wreathed hand can siphon life force from others to heal your wounds. You make a melee spell attack against a creature within your reach. On a hit, the target takes 3d6 necrotic damage, and you regain hit points equal to half the amount of necrotic damage dealt. Until the spell ends, you can make the attack again on each of your turns as an action.
Okay. Life got a lot better for
And
me.
You have that, and this turn you are capable of casting it.
Oh, I'm casting it. Actually, wait. Am I casting it? Okay. Can I delay and wait to cast it until after this guy's turn?
Yes, if you wish to.
That
do
is what
so.
I wish to do.
Okay, his turn immediately starts then, and he's going to be like, he's standing in fire, so he is going to step out into the room a little bit here, so that he doesn't burn to
That's pretty
death,
much all I wanted to do was make sure that
from
he
the Phoenix.
that
Funk,
he
funk,
wasn't
funk.
going to stay in the
And
fire.
he's going to look out, and he is going to hold the banner aloft, and the eye in the center of the banner will glow as he like waves it back and forth, and the guy right beneath him begins to, like, the cheek that had gotten blown apart begins to knit itself back together, much like the troll did when you were fighting him. And he appears to be smiling evilly. And we're in. I don't know how I lose this pencil every time. All right, I'm bringing up. Come here, calculator. All right. So he appears to be less damaged than before, and he is going to, with an evil grin, he's going to attempt to attack the Catman again and press his advantage. He rolls a 14 again, and this time he doesn't have inspiration. So he swings at you, and this time you know that the attack that should have missed before, and he just basically repeats himself. He's like, as though he thinks that like it was all him. And you're like, clearly you just don't have the skill, kid. And you kind of like slip out of the way, tap the blade as it goes by with your gun, and he looks very distraught as he then realizes at the end of his arc he looks down to where the other one had been before, and he just sees like the ash left behind from what Birdperson did to it, and he's like, oh. Now it is the first Hellhound and Soul Kill. So you wanted to run up and punch a guy?
Oh, so did I cast my spell then? Okay.
Yeah. You have the spell cast on yourself.
Sweet. So then the flame that is here vanishes.
Dissipates. All right. So you go rush this Hellhound. So roll me a d20.
Okay.
Actually, I think you get.
Shoot.
That's okay. You do get another one because you get a free unarmed strike. So you can roll again. Yeah.
What the fuck?
Wow. Okay. So you're like, but you've been chained to the floor for a while, and the Hellhound is a tough creature. So you slam into its hide, and you realize that it's not natural. It's the charred flesh is tough and was not weak as you thought it would be, and it does not yield to your fists as you smash it twice. And it is now going. Well, actually, the other hellhound goes first, and it is going to lope out of the room here. And Hallie, is that your current location?
I think so. Yes, I was the one who smashed the goblin, right? Or the
No,
red cat.
that was Birdperson.
Ah, darn it. Which
You are, I believe,
I was right here.
last. Yeah, you're last in the initiative order with the second hellhound. So yeah, the hellhound's going to run out. Swoosh. And there's a bleeding cat man there. So he's going for that attack. Oh, he crits. All right. Give me just a second.
Weston, I really feel like Aaron wants to kill you.
I'll get there.
I feel like
I'll
that
get
too, because they just keep coming at me and they ignore all you guys. And last time I got bashed on the head twice.
Incidentally, you are repeatedly forming the front line of the party.
Nobody
So-
else has the guts to do it.
But your guts are all over the place now.
What happens if Weston dies?
Then
If he dies, he
Um,
dies.
So
I'm out of the game.
Probably spawns another red cap.
so for he deals
Right.
7 points of damage to you.
Okay, I'm dead.
So you're on the floor again. This is a thing we do regularly.
It happens every week.
How high is the
So
ceiling
far.
in this room?
We are again.
Ceiling is about I guess I imagine it as being like 15 feet up.
Okay.
The high ceiling. Or wait, you're on the first floor. So it's about 10 feet up. 10 to 12 feet. Yeah. So that's the Hellhound. And then Darkesh, I need you to make a saving throw.
Yeah, what do I need to roll?
A d20. You make your first saving throw. Good job. And then it is Hallie's turn. You wanted to rush something and then attack something?
Yes.
Okay. For whatever it's worth, if you would like to, I would absolutely give you in this moment access to your special move, your special signature move, if you would like to use that instead of a regular attack.
Okay.
And what that does is it extends your movement and allows you to, and this is ridiculous, and I understand that, so bear with me. It extends your movement. It allows you to attack 3 times within that space. So you'll get a 3 attack rolls. And you cleave during that attack. Each of those attacks. So you essentially are going to turn into a Beyblade.
Ooh.
Is
Fun.
the idea behind this. So if you would like,
Round.
you may spin. And the idea behind the cleave is if you can attack creatures that are within 5 feet of each other,
I can get multiple.
splash damage,
Ooh.
basically.
So I can go over here.
Yes. And between, so you can move, like you can intersperse the attacks into your movement. But it is up to you where you would like to play. So how would you like to?
I would love to try this.
Okay.
So
So this is your signature Super Saiyan move. David Charles holds on tight as you begin to whirl and become a carousel of death. All right, so who are you placing your attack rolls on? Upon whom are you placing your attack rolls, that is to say, to question.
How about the red cap closest to the door?
Okay. All right, so roll me your first attack.
Just a normal 12?
It is a d20.
Oh, okay.
You whiz past his head with the first blow. Where would you like your second attack to go?
All right, let's try that. Let's try the wolf.
Okay. With the wolf that Soul Kill is currently fighting?
Yeah.
Okay. That is way better.
That's better.
So if you want to roll a d12 plus whatever your strength modifier is, I think it's 2, if I recall. Yes. Let's
Oh my god.
see. Okay, so he has okay. All right. He doesn't look too phased by your whirling blades of death. And then where would you like the third attack to go?
The other red cap.
Okay. Final d20 roll. That hits.
Oh, good.
Roll some damage.
Okay.
Oh, all right.
Okay.
So
I did a thing.
now you get to see the cool part of this, which is that the other two enemies are within proximity to him. And so you just splash damage onto them. So like as you cleave through, you hit them both with like the ancillary portion of the attack, dealing about half the
Very
damage
nice.
of your main swing to everything around your target. And that is your signature move, the same as Joel gets the remembered spells of potentially ridiculous level when he rolls high numbers like he did. So you carve through all the one in front of you barely looks like it's hanging on to life as you like lacerate the one arm so that it's hanging by like threads.
Like a couple of tendons.
Carve into his chest. Yeah, it's still got the other arm up. The hound, you graze through its skin and flame bursts out. And the final red cap, you knock him backwards, slicing into his chest. His mustache bristles as he was like an insult was on his lips as you like smash into his jaw with the very edge of the swing, and his head like reels backwards from the hit. So you put, funny enough, collectively more damage on him than he has taken altogether in the fight so far.
Okay.
And he staggers backwards a little bit. The like I said, the guy right in front of you doesn't have long. And the hellhound looks like you delivered it a sizable blow. It's good stuff. And it is now the next initiative roll. So plus. So he's got okay. Oh yeah, he's all helped up though. All right. What do people wish to do?
Wish to unmute myself so you can hear me when I ask questions. attack of opportunities. Am I able to get at this guy without causing attack of opportunities?
I'm sorry, what was that?
Am I able to get at this guy without causing attack of opportunities? That's what I figured. I just
No. That room is fraught with danger.
I just wanted to double ask. All right, so is this guy within melee distance of me, or do I have to move to get at him?
You will have to step out into the room. You're like in the doorway, and he is just barely out of the
Cool.
other doorway.
So that I'm going to move and hit him.
Okay, so that's a D6 and a D4. Actually, it'll just be a D6 plus 1. Is what I'll do for that.
Okay.
Because your melee is 1.
I'm going to
You
hit him
started
with my
3.
vampiric move. Was what I was going with. Okay.
Yeah, but that is a spell which you have already spent the initiative to cast.
Cool.
So,
I like this way. All right. Cool.
the spell is on, and it is just a touch attack, which is ridiculous. Because you're not actually casting it again. It is just on you until someone does enough damage to take it off, or a minute goes by.
Nice.
Yeah, it's scary. Weston, I'll need you to roll a d6 just so I know when you go.
D6 or D20?
A d6.
A
for
D6,
now,
so you
just
know
I
when
you need to
so we
roll.
know when you roll the D20.
When
So
the
in case we
D20,
heal you
yeah.
before, then you don't have to roll it.
Okay.
What that guy said. Nice. All right, Birdperson, what do you want to be doing?
I want to fly the Hellhound next to Catperson, and then
Okay. You're gonna heal him. So roll
Yeah.
me 2d6s.
my 8
What's up?
Cure Wounds is a D8.
Okay, so a d6 and a d8 then.
Okay. I didn't know if it was like specific for healing that it was a D6 or if.
I was just being.
Oh, that was
Arbitrary.
surprisingly well.
That is super good.
Sometimes it's good that I roll low numbers. It's gonna suck when I get to him and try to heal him, but you know.
Yeah, weirdly the game has not figured out that, how to punish you with this new initiative system.
Well, we're all learning.
In time.
Soul kill. What would you like to do?
Well, enraged that his fists bounced off the Hellhound before, he's going to take a dagger and try and pierce it through the Hellhound.
Okay.
I do that.
Yeah. I wanted to decide how gross this is. I'm guessing the only place to hide a dagger on your person was inside your person.
Yeah,
So you like cough up the dagger.
pretty much.
Just like just there it is, and you go for the stabby. So roll me a d4 for your crazy fisticuffs.
And that's going to be including my strength, correct or no?
Not yet.
Not yet? Okay, cool. What is wrong with me?
That's actually really good. Just so you know, that means you go first.
Yeah,
So you're on top.
yeah,
of
you
the
want
world.
low rolls on initiative.
Okay, I didn't know we were doing initiative, so
All
I
right.
feel a little better now.
And Hallie, what would you like to do with your life?
The mustache guy is like rubbing me the wrong way, so maybe I'll swing my axe down upon him in
But
much
he's
wrath.
such a happy person. Roll a d12.
With wrath.
All right, 8.
Ha.
Okay, and then each of these guys is going to do a thing. Each one is going to attack. H2 is going to lunge. It's something that probably won't be there. Okay. So Soul Kill is the first to go, and you're going to punch the guy with a dagger.
Yes.
Yes. All right. So a D20 for the dagger attack, and then you'll get another D20 because you get a bonus melee attack. Monks.
Finally.
That hits. So the dagger hits. So roll a D4 for the dagger hit,
Wee.
and then roll another D4 for that dagger, just for my benefit. Excellent. And then, what is this guy's? Does he have resistances? Oh, he's immune to fire. Don't burn the hellhounds. Go figure. And then roll another D20.
Do you want something to happen?
Or tail slap him, whatever you want.
Tail slap him! Tail slap him in the face!
That is excellent. You tail slapped him. Roll a D4.
Again.
Yes.
Yay!
Oh, and the dagger would be plus your dex. So that's your dex is 3. So 3, and then another 6. Okay.
Huh, what kind?
All right. So you do a tremendous amount of damage to the dog. You just like slam the dagger in, drag it down the flesh that resisted your punch before, and it begins to peel backwards, and there's like a greenish, acidic almost. Apologize. Acidic folding back of the flesh as it burns away. Fire cascading out, and then you just slap it across the face with your tail, and it knocks its head to the side. You hear a snapping sound somewhere in its neck. It's very unhealthy looking. Second is the evil bad man. The evil bad man is going to slam the standard into the ground again, and once again his buddy's sigh begins to glow. And then it is a vendor's turn to do what you will.
Oh, I'm gonna.
I believe you were going to attack move.
Yeah, I'm gonna whoop and whoop.
Touch. Okay. So you make a melee touch attack.
I make a
Against
I
this
make
guy.
a melee spell attack,
Yes.
which is important because I still get my intelligence bonus to it. So, and I am proficient
Yes.
in it. So, it's a D20 plus 6. I believe, if I understand this correctly.
Roll, baby, roll. I gotta go touch Birdperson. What? Or
I still have a point of inspiration left, don't I?
you should.
Okay, I would like to use that.
Okay. Re-roll that die.
That is significantly better.
That is much better. So you touch the dog with the crazy hand, and 3d6 necrotic damage is yours to dole out as you will.
10 damage.
10 damage. And so you reach out, you grab the dog, and it's just like the haunch where you touch it just withers away. Like the whole side of it is just like one of its legs like almost seems to like recede in size, so that like you've just created yourself your own three-legged hellhound. As it's like crippled immediately, and just throughout the thing you see like the veiny protrusions along the flesh that begin to exude with kind of like a sickly green kind of energy, and one of its eyes like seeps in, and the socket just sort of starts to corrode. It's good stuff. The second guy is going to try to off Hallie. He rolls a 7 against your AC. At Hannah. So I don't think that hits. And he's looking very concerned for his life,
As he should.
which is not long for this world, I think. And a first hound that you just attacked does not like you, sir, and your necrotic hands. Your creepy, creepy hands. And he gonna try to bite you.
Understandable.
Your creepy, creepy hands. I am curious because this is a fantastic roll. Does a 5 hit your
Not
AC?
even close.
Okay.
Not gonna lie to you. Not even a little bit.
Yeah, so he is unfortunate. His life is unfortunate.
He's bad at hellhounding.
His GM is thinking that he probably should have used fire breath in the turn before he died, but that may not happen. Birdperson, you wanted to do something that involved flight.
Yeah, so
I did say that there was like 15 feet of ceiling initially, so despite the fact that I want the feeling of closeness to the room, I'm going to give you that. If you want to fly over him, you don't need...
Yeah, I have 50 feet of flight, so I just want to fly over and land on the side of...
Yeah. Okay. You go reach out and you're going to heal the cat person?
Yep.
Okay. Roll those dice.
Alright, cool. So it's... Strong tab. Alright, here we go.
Alright, so Jarkesh, you are instantaneously awakened as life floods into your body, and you have 6 HP. And you may take an action if you should so wish.
Yeah.
Thanks to Birdperson. You were just revived. By magical means.
Magic.
Yeah.
Sorcery.
You're lying on the ground in a pool of your own blood as exuded by the Hellhound. Actually, he probably helped cauterize the wound after he did it. So you just have a charred leg.
What enemies we still have left? Are they all there?
There's the Hellhound who bit you down. There's the red cap that did a lot of damage to you. There's a Hellhound on the other side of the room. And there's the guy with the battle standard still. So if you would like to shoot anyone, you can do so from your position on the floor if you should so wish.
Going after the Hellhound.
Okay.
The one that
Roll
bit
the d20. The one that bit you is going to get it.
Yeah.
The one that bit you is going to bite it. A 12 is unfortunately not enough to hit its AC. However, I believe you still have some inspiration points left that I gave you.
You haven't used
Wait.
any of them yet.
Well,
So you
Quick-
have
quick-
3. Yeah,
So does he attacking the Hellhound?
he is.
He have advantage?
He is using a ranged weapon. Oh, but you're attacking. Oh, you're attacking a guy that is engaged with an ally because a vendor technically is in melee combat. Why not? We'll give you advantage for it. Who cares? He's concerned about a vendor who's just sapped away like half his life.
Not only do I have a scary hand, I also have a scary stick.
Oh, also, I don't know if you recorded it, a vendor, but half of the damage you dealt, you get 10 hit points.
Oh, I get 10 hit points too. I thought it just healed me.
No. The vampiric touch does not heal you in the conventional
Oh, okay.
sense.
The version I.
Oh no! Wait, it
Yeah.
does. Oh, it does. You regain hit points equal to half. Oh, that's way stronger
Yeah.
than I thought. Okay.
So I
Never
don't get
mind.
10 hit points.
Sorry.
I was like, I brought it up. I thought I was reading it correctly.
Yeah, that just healed you. No, you did. I am remembering a different spell apparently. That's crazy.
I mean, if you want to
Okay,
also give me
so vamp
temporary hit
touch,
points, I'm not going to argue with
sap.
you.
We'll negotiate later. So roll that d20 again, sir, and we'll see if you get yourself a better result. That is a better result. So with
Yep.
a 21, you definitely hit the Hellhound. And so
Oh, I
roll
also
your
didn't
damage
add the
dice
5.
plus-
Whoops.
That's okay. I can do that math. So roll a d10 for damage plus your dex mod plus a d6 for your sneak attack damage, which goes off whenever you're attacking with advantage or against an opponent that is engaged with an ally.
So a D10 plus my bonus plus a
D6.
D6.
Yeah.
Be right back. I need celery.
She's leaving us forever.
All in the name of
13.
snacks.
Okay. So he had 12 health left. So how would you like to serve up a hellhound with your gun?
I shot him in the nose and it went through everything.
That'll work.
So what happens is you get up, there's the click of the hammer on your gun, the hellhound spins to face you and basically ends up nose to the tip to barrel tip, and you just fire right through its skull. It's just and the thing like instead of collapsing and like a dog might, it like freezes, its body like turns brittle and it flakes away, the fire in it dissipating in a small cacophonous turmoil as it explodes. Good job. You done did that guy in. Hallie, what would you like to do with your life?
She is away.
Oh, she left. That's right. She needed celery. There is celery in the future. das Futura. I feel though that he may yet get to use Flame Breath, which is nice. Oh, his health is low. Never mind.
We're waiting for you.
So we wait for you.
Sorry about that.
Your turn. You were attacking someone?
Yes, I am attacking the mustache.
Okay. Attack the mustache with your d20. Raised high, along with your axe. The David Charles. That's a hit. That a hit. Roll the beautiful Damagio. The d12 plus 2.
Lol.
That is not the beautiful Damagio.
Beautiful
So
DiMaggio when he's high.
You slice him again. He does not look very phased. He looks nonplussed by these so-called adventurers. And he just kind of sneers at you. He's like, for something with such a large weapon, you hit like something half your size. New initiative order. So what are people going to do with their lives? We'll start with Offender, because I feel like you probably have it thought out.
Oh, yeah, I'm totally gonna, just gonna, if I need to move forward, I will move forward and smack this guy.
Step touch. Sure. So
Unless there's a way I can get to him without causing attack of opportunity, but I doubt it, so.
No. That's cool. So the Death Touch Wizard is going to keep going. Darkesh, do you have a plan in mind?
Probably shoot the next closest target.
All right. Do you want to stand up, or are you just going to stay on the floor?
Oh, I'm on the floor.
Yeah.
I'll just stay on the floor.
Okay. So Joel, I'll need a D6 and a D4. I'll need a D10 for
A
Darkesh.
D6 and a
What is
D4, I
Birdperson
think
doing?
it was just a D6 plus 1 last time.
I'm just going to.
Oh. What did I
Last
say
time you
last
said it was
time,
just a D6
Joel?
plus 1.
Okay, yeah, D6 plus 1 then. Birdperson?
I'm gonna produce flame and throw it at the mustache guy in the back.
Okay. Roll me produce flames damage. Nice. Hallie, what do you want to do?
I think I'm a little enraged at the mustache guy, so I'm gonna hit him again.
I don't know why you'd be enraged. Silly. So roll your damage dice.
Damage dice?
That's how you determine it. That's how you determine initiative. Is however big your weapon is, it's showing also how slow it is. So the bigger the weapon is, the longer it can take.
Well, you're going last.
Yep.
Too bad you can't roll those when you're, actually doing damage. I can feel you glaring at me
and
through the
Soulkill,
door.
what do you want to do?
I was gonna say, can you feel this?
Who's left?
Heat vision. You have the Hellhound, who you hit pretty hard.
He's not dead yet.
He's not dead yet. There's
Not
the
dead yet.
2 red caps.
So am I allowed to swear?
I prefer that you
Lando.
don't,
Yeah.
just because I mark my stream for all
Okay.
ages.
Okay. I will follow those rules. I can
Yes.
understand that.
But feel free to keep it PG-13. But
I'm gonna try and beat the Hellhound back to hell
Okay.
because just the rage is just taking over Shulkill.
So it's just like smashing down.
Pretty much, just like trying to stuff it back in.
Okay.
Go back from which you came from.
All right. So roll me a d4 for your
Back to the chasm from whence he
flurry
came.
of fists. Flurry of fist and dagger. Okay. And then the Hellhound is going to. Oh, scheisse. Oh, this is going to be nice. I like it. Okay. So his attack may or may not go off, depending on whether he lives long enough. And then the red caps. So this little guy is terrified, but he's going to continue trying to attack Hallie, who is dangerous in his eyeballs. And the first guy is oh, I know what he's gonna do. Nice. Okay. All right. First in the initiative order, Soulkill.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, like I said, I'm trying to stuff the Hellbound hack to hell.
Okay. Well, roll me d20s.
Okay.
I need one for the dagger, which misses,
Yes.
and one for your fist, which does significantly better. All right. So roll a d4, and your dex mod gets added to it. So that's 6 damage, which is all you needed to stuff it right back into its fiery hole.
Yes.
So you smash it down into the brazier, and it crumples. So like the head falls one way, a leg falls another, and the thing just dissipates into ash across the brazier as the fire spills out around it. Next is Birdperson. What are you doing?
All right, I'm gonna produce flame in my hand and then throw it at the. So that's gonna. Poorly miss.
You do have access to 3 inspiration dice if you want to roll one of them to re-roll it. That is up to you.
Sure.
The other option, of course, is that you could use this moment, if you should so choose, to employ your special ability, but that is also up to you.
My special ability?
Your special ability is the Field of Fate. And what it does is it conjures the power of a totem of your tribe to level the playing field, so to speak. If you want to use it, I will explain more. If not, then that's up to you.
You know, it may sound counterintuitive, but I'm kind of okay just missing.
Okay, that's fine. You smash the wall behind with the firebolt.
I'm not like
as it
behind.
explodes.
It's like over here.
Oh, it's okay. Some random curtain is lit on fire. Oh, okay. Immediately it goes to Darkesh. What do you want to do? From the ground, you're firing at the guy nearest to you, I believe.
Yep.
All right, roll me that beautiful d20. You get to roll twice because your enemy's engaged. Otherwise, there's sneaky snicks.
I have to roll twice to hit.
Yeah. That second one does it.
Okay.
So, bang bang. Give me the damage plus your sneak attack dice.
Sneak attack dice is a 1d6.
Correct.
Nine.
All right. So you serve up for yourself a second kill. Is there a specific way you want him? Okay.
Nope.
Okay.
Just shot.
Just shot. Just boom, and he flies backwards, skidding through the puddle, dragging blood. He lands at the feet of the other guy. His body splayed out. And the other guy is going to look up at you. And there's kind of a snarl that crosses his face. Avender, your move. Da da da.
My mic was muted because I was eating something. I'm gonna move up here and hit him with my fist. Well, actually,
Do the thing.
Do the grabby thing.
Yeah, touch him. He's just going to lightly caress his cheek.
No, that's not what I'm gonna do. Let's see, 1d20 plus 6.
You grab him.
Oh, here, I'll just do it this way.
Roll them 3d6s. That's pretty good.
All right, so I want to. Oh, sorry.
No, you go ahead.
I want to grab him by the throat as I suck the life out of him, and
Okay.
maybe my eyes are glowing as I look at him and I go, was this the I go, was this the quality of adventurer you were looking for, fiend? as I begin choking the life out of him.
And he replies, "I'm not a fiend by some technical sense." As the veins like pulse out through his neck, and like there's the withering that extends through his already wizened chest. But he's got a smile on his face as he looks up at you, and his mustache like grows into pointy spikes. And you see him reach behind him somewhere, and he holds out another red gem that he's got locked in his fist, and he's like, "We'll see how tough you talk, wizard, when you meet the true master of this tower." And he holds up the gem like he's going to crush it as he did with the last one. And then at the last second, he's going to slam the standard into the ground, and you smell it. Initially, of course, and then Mercutio smells it, and he's like, as a huge sigil inscribes itself into the floor in the matter of milliseconds, and sulfur blasts through the room like a hot wind. And you can feel it. There's a rush, a sense of falling, and the world around you blurs as though you are traveling at incredible speed without moving. And with that, a vendor and the red cap vanish. And that is where we are going to end tonight.